Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, August 9, 2021. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information has allocated $9.3 billion in grants to secondary schools for the 2021-2022 academic year. It is being paid in 4 tranches, with the first disbursement made in June. The funds are intended to equip schools with the necessary infrastructure and resources for face-to-face or virtual lessons. It includes maintenance funds of $88.5 million and $2.1 billion to cover the nutritional grant for students on the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education PATH. $755 million is allocated to provide tablets and laptops for PATH students. The ministry also released a bulletin informing that the regular grant of $17,000 per pupil will be paid directly from the central ministry. Meanwhile, funding for critical repairs has been allocated to select secondary schools in the amount of $1.1 billion. Programs of the Caribbean Examinations Council CXC, Caribbean Vocational Qualification CVQ, National Vocational Qualification of Jamaica NVQJ, and City and Guilds will be supported to the tune of $750 million. Select secondary schools will receive an amount for apprenticeship initiatives. In addition, 130 schools will receive $2.3 million each under the Rural Transportation Program. The ministry will also provide educational resources to students under the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Secondary Textbook Program. Schools will also receive textbooks for English language and the sciences at a cost of approximately $200 million. Island-wide COVID-19 vaccinations resumed today as government continues its drive to prevent illness and death associated with the pandemic. This follows the week-long vaccination blitz that saw more than 63,000 Jamaicans vaccinated, bringing the total number of persons who have received the vaccine to 372,911. The Health Ministry is seeking to administer 700,000 doses of the vaccine by the end of September. Members of the public are encouraged to make their appointments online at www.moh.gov.jm or call the Vaccination Call Center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. Persons with confirmed appointments must visit their vaccination site on time with their TRN and government-issued identification or letter from a Justice of the Peace. At the same time, the ministry is urging Jamaicans to stay vigilant and continue to practice the infection prevention and control measures, including mask wearing, maintaining the 6 feet physical distancing from others, and frequently washing and/or sanitizing hands. Meanwhile, the leave entitlements for some health staff in the public health system may be deferred as part of the efforts to manage hospitalized cases of persons with the novel coronavirus. The Health Ministry says this measure, together with the resumption of vaccinations, is being implemented as it activates its surge plan to cope with the 3rd wave of COVID-19 now impacting the island. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says hospitals across the island are seeing an increase in cases. In anticipation of further increases and demand on bed occupancy, the regional health authorities have been advised to review and revise leave rosters to ensure that there is adequate staff. Dr. Tufton says the hospitals are under severe constraints, and this is likely to have implications for elective or non-emergency procedures. He says major hospitals are over 100% of their isolation capacity for confirmed and suspected COVID-19 cases. Jamaica registered 379 new COVID-19 infections and 3 deaths on Saturday, August 7. This increased the island's total number of infections to 54,859 and the total number of deaths to 1,222. A $50 million National Small Ruminant Development Program has been officially launched at the Hounslow Research Station in St. Elizabeth. The program is geared towards rapidly increasing the population of primarily goat and sheep to expand the productivity and quality of small ruminant meat and milk. This is to be achieved through the purchase and distribution of mature bucks to expand breeding support to small ruminant clusters across the island. According to Agriculture Minister Floyd Green, more than 6,000 registered small ruminant farmers are to benefit for free from the initiative. It is aimed at growing the sector by 5% each year, steadily decreasing the country's import bill for goat meat.
Those farmers will be able to get 1 to 3 strands of semen free of cost, paid for by the government of Jamaica, so that you can use that to drive your small ruminant population. We're also going to be doing embryo transfers. We're also going to be bringing in new livestock so that we can get the genetics right. But importantly, we're going to be doing significant training around feed, around your rations, around your husbandry practices, your fodder banks, all of the elements that you need to be better goat farmers.
The Jamaica Dairy Development Board has also been tasked with developing a national livestock policy to help enhance the sector. And finally, eLearning Jamaica Limited, ELJAM, has partnered with the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, STATIN, and the Ministry of Education to procure electronic devices for use in the 2022 National Census. Acting Chief Executive Officer of eLearning, Andrew Lee, made the announcement at a recent JIS think tank session.
There are 7,500 devices that are being procured. The devices are going to be distributed all across the island for use in the gathering of data for the census.
Deputy Director General of Statin, Leisha Delati-Bodair, explains that a memorandum of understanding was signed by all three entities. She says the devices procured by eLearning will be used by data collectors in the field to collect data in a timely and efficient manner, especially given the current restrictions of the coronavirus pandemic. Once the census is completed, the devices will be donated to the Education Ministry to support the Tablets in Schools program. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.